the tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Green Bay Packers.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Love. Eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Deuce.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Love now on 2nd down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 22 yards there, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Love going to give this one to Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of a yard.
Love to throw for it on 4th. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. A first carry from a collegiate star here in Wisconsin. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Marshall steps away to his left. He'll run it. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
First down, Washington.
From the gun, Marshall flush to his right. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A gain of 37. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. Final week of the year, an absolute must-win game for them, so they needed to get on the board first. They were able to do just that.
And you laid out the stakes. So just think what they've been working with this entire build-up towards this game. Must win. You've got to get on the board first. They accomplished that. Now they can't have any type of a letdown. Long way to go in this one.
Fielded in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 20.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
That's good.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the 40.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Into the first quarter with this Washington 7, Packers 0.
Play action this time with Love. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. By Chase Young. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. To return is Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. And they'll run the option to start the drive. That's out to the left, flat and complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
To throw on third down. Marshall being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
10.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Jake Elliott set to...
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. Love now gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the shotgun, again to Jones. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. Caught on the right side by Jones. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. Love fires that quickly outside. Not much there, only a yard.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch. Check. Check hot route. Hot. You go tight. You got tight right there. Check. Lucky.
Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
A 2-yard.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Off play action. Marshall. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Operating from the gun. Marshall. Open man is Galladay, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Off the play fake. Marshall. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 44-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Love looking to throw it. Rolling to his left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Let's go. Right. 3. Switch. Check. Go red. 53's mine.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
Switch up. 53, check.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chain.
The 37-yard line.
Out to his left. Looking deep. And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Marshall. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it here. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Hey, watch the shift. Watch the shift. Switch. Switch. Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
53's the money. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Watch twitch. 100 to 10. 50 period. Jim.
On third down, here's Jones. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe it'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They run once more with Taylor. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Taken in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk.
This is intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Marshall on the move to his left. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku.
Marshall's
a gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
It's 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Marshall. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Washington going to send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Forced out to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
53, check 53.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Marshall buying time to his left. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the fumble recovery was an important first step, but still a huge 4th quarter hole to dig out of. Down 3 scores.
Aaron Jones on the carry.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
3-yard pickup.
They'll go again to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
For a Green Bay.
Off the play fake, Love. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
This is Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now
Love. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll throw again. Here's Love on 2nd and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 18 on first down. Jones. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Second down. Love escaping the pressure right. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
The 7-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
The play leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Throwing. Love. Flushed out right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Washington on 3rd down, not good, 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, Marshall, and he finds McLaurin. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 78 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
And 7.
Again, it's Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Good for a green.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build.
Touchdown, Packers! Aaron Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and it's a 27-10 score now.
Makes this Washington 27, Packers 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This is Carson. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Ball carried by the fullback.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Third down.
Looking to throw. Marshall. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for now. 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Glove. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Trey Burton, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And his kick is right through.
Washington 27, Packers 17.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
At the 16-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
Loss of a yard. Brings up.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. From the gun, Marshall into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Go. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone. Let's go.
Following the interception, Love to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
2nd down and 10.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a one-score game. And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, it's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Peters. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
So it's Washington getting the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Washington, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Packers, we'll have to see what happens as they're going to finish the year 10-6. And it's going to be